All right, well, here it is. You can take this with as many grains of salt as you want to, or just accept it at face value. Both Fox News and the Wall Street Journal are reporting new information surrounding the FBI investigation into the Clinton Foundation, with sources saying the case will likely lead to an indictment. Well, it didn't say of her, but why else would they? I don't know. Anyway, the details of all this surfaced today when the guy at Fox News, Bret Baier, revealed this information from two separate sources with what he called, quote, intimate knowledge, end quote, of the case. And in addition, a new Wall Street Journal report says FBI Director James Comey's pursuit of the case is based on recordings of a suspect in a separate corruption case who spoke about the Clinton Foundation's dealings. Ooh. How do you like American democracy? How do you like this shit mess that we're in, huh? Oh, my God. Bernie! Bernie Sanders! Help! Help! Oh, that's right. He's endorsing Hillary. Never mind. The Wall Street Journal, however, reports that despite views from Department of Justice prosecutors who say the recordings are hearsay, the FBI moved forward believing these recorded conversations gave enough evidence to continue the probe. Well, there's really some shit going on, isn't there? Huh? There is an anti-Clinton faction and a pro-Clinton faction in Washington that is definable, or makes definable the entire city. You are either pro-Clinton, both of them, or you're anti-Clinton. There's no halfway ground where you can say, well, take them or leave them. Now, Comey, for his part, hasn't said anything since he sent that cryptic email to Congress. However, Fox is reporting inside information on where the FBI investigation currently stands. According to Fox, the white-collar crime division of the FBI is looking into accusations of pay-for-play interactions between then-Secretary Hillary Clinton and the foundation. Well, yeah, they are looking at an indictment of her, Kathy. That's what it sounds like. Which had allegedly occurred for over a year, this pay-for-play interactions. This operation allegedly favored specific donors to the foundation's charities, a claim the Clintons have previously denied. What is the crime here? I'm serious. I don't quite understand. If somebody gave money to the Clinton Foundation, what was the tit for tat, so to speak? Do you have any idea?
I can't quite nail it down because they have been a little cagey with the details, but it looked like there was some crossover between her acts as Secretary of State and foreign donations to the Clinton Global Initiative.
Getting the donors weaponry?
I don't know. Giving the donors something. I don't know. But
well, the Secretary of State couldn't give them.
Right.
But she could clear the air.
Some kind of favorable, favorable policy. You know, and that's one thing. And then the other thing, I think there's two different things there. I think the other thing is literally like you want Bill to come speak at your event. Well, yeah, it's going to cost you X plus.
Well, there's nothing wrong with that.
Donation to the.
Well, there's nothing wrong with that. That's just the only place where there's a problem is if some aspect of her duties as Secretary of State was exchanged for a contribution to the Clinton Foundation. As far as saying, yeah, Bill will come and speak if you give us money for the foundation, nothing wrong with that, nothing at all. Anyway, at this point, one source says the FBI is saying that the Clinton Foundation is a very high priority in terms of their investigation. Holy shit, are they involved in drugs, white slavery, child molestation, international transportation of nuclear materials? Why is it a very high? See, this is what I'm saying. Why is it a very high priority? Because she has been a candidate for the presidency? Why? Okay, so maybe they're investigating pay for play where it concerns her duties as Secretary of State. Even though, I should say, the Clintons have a track record of being kind of just oblivious that the shit they do sometimes could get them in trouble. This one seems just a little hard for me to get my mind around, especially since it comes from Fox and the Wall Street Journal, both of which are owned by Murdoch. You can take that for what it's worth, but you know, Murdoch runs newspapers and a television network that is nothing but lies, half-truths, innuendos, misdirection, deceit, deception. Is that the same thing? I think so. So, you know, consider the source. Isn't that what your grandma used to tell you? They go low, you go high. Consider the source, right? Although maybe there's something horrific about to be exposed. So at this point, the FBI says the Clinton Foundation is a very high priority in their list of things to investigate and discover crime. According to this, interviews have been repeatedly conducted about the case, and the FBI continues to build, quote, a lot, end quote, of evidence. Fox reports that the source went even further to say, quote, there is an avalanche of new information coming every day, end quote. Now, the classified email investigation is reportedly, of Clinton and all things Clinton, is reportedly being run by the National Security Division of the FBI. Right now, that division is all tied up because they're going through all the garbage of former Democratic Congressman Anthony Weiner. And they have found emails believed to be sent from Hillary Clinton's server. Hey, what's a server?
It's like a giant. Now, here's something. Your listeners think I'm some kind of genius about all things. This is
they
something,
do.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, they do. They email me like, God, you have just such wide and vast. Actually, I have. It's a mile wide and an inch deep. But servers, I don't really get. But they're big. And they're machines. And they
it's like an operating system. Or no, it's hard. It's hard.
No, they're think of it like I think, and people will correct me because there are people out there who are so much smarter than I am about this stuff. But it's like a giant router that handles and manages data, and like we have our website on a server, and I think we are one of a few websites on a server, and it acts as like the big transmission station for everything that
why do they keep
in.
referring to it as Hillary Clinton's server?
Right.
She had her own?
Right. Well,
are
you joking?
No, I'm just kidding.
All right, come on. So
in her basement,
in her house, and no one who does
hidden.
That? Who does that? Nobody has a
down
server
around the
in
spiders
their house.
and shit. Yeah,
you don't have a server in your house.
Not unless you're about to commit horrible international crimes.
It just seems weird. We don't have a server in our house.
Thank God. Apparently, they're toxic. They'll get your ass in a whole load of trouble, right?
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
But so she's supposed to be using the government server because it's secure.
Yeah.
And it's trackable. And another, I don't know if you have the story on this one too, but who knows how much of this is true anymore. But there's a story that came out about 5 known foreign hackers that were able to get information from
I
her
saw that today.
server.
Yeah. Well, it seems like Hillary is getting it from, all directions. She's being hacked and exposed and challenged and investigated. And
tomorrow is Friday.
Yeah.
And that's traditionally
document dump day.
Julian Assange's favorite day of the week.
That's where he drops his pants and does another document dump.
It's going to be the Friday before the election.
Yeah.
So
last chance.
Whatever happens tomorrow, man.
Last chance to beat the other couple. Say the magic word, and a duck will come down and give you $50.
I just can't wait to see. They're going to find her emails on like the remains of the Mars rover.
Probably.
Or something.
Probably.